Sales is an art, it's a craft. You know, some of the best salespeople I've worked with over the years couldn't consciously transfer that knowledge. They just do things because they know how. But that doesn't make things scalable. It is a craft, and yet you can make sense of it. And so Rocket, Orbit, and Wow are our upfront catalogs to help business growth. Rocket being that business development, Orbit account management, and Wow Factor being those customer and client experiences. And collectively, it's all really about selling. A sales capability framework also includes managers being able to coach against that. So these models and programs help give structure to what can be quite a complex world, because we've got strategy we've got to focus on, we've got technology we're using, including CRM systems, which salespeople don't like to use at times, and then we've got soft skills to blend. So Rocket, Orbit, and Wow are all your sales and business development content. The landscape of sales has really changed significantly in the last few years, and digital and social selling is a key part or consideration of that. And so social is the program dedicated specifically to digital, lead generation, and social selling. It's really working in conjunction with some collaborators of how you can master that part of your business, and so your live sales teams can work in conjunction with your digital strategies and content. Wow is our customer experience and customer engagement model and framework. It's a toolkit that's really going to arm you to do exactly that with your customers. Wow them. How do you add value and build value continually? How do you get them talking positively about your business, sharing those experiences, referring people in, and building a heavy, loyal customer base? So we'll give you a whole load of tools to allow you to do that far more robustly. It was when I was traveling in Europe working for Kentucky that I first learned of the 5C model associated with grading diamonds. And I don't want to go into the full history of that. You can read about it in one of the chapters of the book. But diamonds are the toughest substance on our planet, and this whole 5C model is a way of grading the refinement of them to bring the best gem out that they can possibly be. And it's this creative concept that struck a chord with me, and that's what drove the background of building the 5C model itself. And so the 5C model is essentially a model to mine and polish your people gems. It's broken into 5 primary categories. Confidence. Confidence is about building confidence in our people and confidence within ourselves as leaders. It's also about confidence in the business and the business model. Challenge is how can we challenge our people, or ourselves for that matter, most appropriately, and setting those challenges to really get to the next level of growth. Creativity, which includes things like innovation and creative tools to really get some fresh thinking and new ideas in your business. Coaching, because coaching is an essential part of a business practice, particularly in an organization that can't afford to have separate coaches where managers are toggling between 2 hats. And so there's a whole coaching framework and a coaching toolkit you can tap there. And then ultimately culture, being consciously choosing and creating the culture that you want in your business. So there's many different ideas that live within each of these catalogs, but that's the 5 primary themes, and you can work through them in any particular order. Choose what's most relevant for you right now, and you can begin that journey. As a professional learning and development person, I've been fortunate enough to work with blue chip companies and small to medium-sized enterprise, and that's building development capability frameworks for front of house being sales and back of house being operations. Working for Kentucky and Travcorp in Europe really taught me the importance of the back of house operations, those logistics. If you don't get those right, things will really start to fall over no matter how good you can sell or bring the business in. So the 5P model is the framework that gives structure to improving the back of house part of the business. It's broken again into 5 primary catalogs. Our people, and that's things like induction and onboarding and continual growth. Our productivity, being most efficient and how can we get more out of what we've got. Our processes, because without processes, growth is not sustainable within itself. Projects, which includes things like change management. There's always updates going on in a business. It might be tech and change, and so you can tap specialist tools for that. And the big hitting one, the obvious one, profitability, knowing your numbers. So again, there's a plethora of content that lives within the 5P model. We're going to keep adding more. Dive in to some of the tools that you feel you need to get most benefit out of straight away. Glow is a signature leadership and management program. As a live body of work, we go in and bespoke a toolkit for managers and leaders to really function more appropriately within their business and with their teams. It addresses topics such as onboarding and onboarding for success, creating development plans, running one-on-ones, running team meetings effectively, how to set performance reviews, how to performance manage, how to coach, how to have candid and difficult conversations, and even into things like incentives, numbers, analytics, financials, and reporting. It is an end-to-end management and leadership program, and there's a piece in there that if you're a brand new manager or leader, that first 30, 60, 90 days. Glow for management and leadership development. Behavioral sciences is the most fascinating part of the field in which I work, and that's always been the case. I can see its relevance. If I go back to when I was first selling in London at 20 years old, it was an awareness of styles unconsciously would have made me better. Certainly in Europe, I learned to recognize types of people and how to communicate with them better, quite accidentally, really. It was only later I formalized that into knowledge with accredited models and tools. And so for me, behavioral sciences is such a fascinating field, but really it's where you can get the greatest level of growth and impact in your life. And it doesn't matter whether that's personal life or professional life. Understanding people, what drives them, and how to communicate better is such a key thing for quality of our lifestyle, no matter where we're looking. So the Thought Tank is a collective of accredited models and some ideas learned over many years of working with people to really improve the quality of your life. Just dive into the pieces that really resonate for you. Flow is all about flow theory and peak performance. It's based on Mihai Csikszentmihalyi's model. And it's a model when I was introduced to I've always loved. So flow is an abbreviated, really succinct body of work honing in on what peak performance is all about. How to find your individual flow, how to tap your personal strengths, how to better leverage or manage those weaknesses. And whilst that's a body of work associated in so many ways, flow in itself is a succinct, short program to focus on finding yours quickly. Coaching is a key part of my business in many ways. It forms part of the 5C model, and it's something that I go and embed with businesses to allow their leaders and managers to be better coaches. It's also something we do with individuals. Myself and people within my business as a team can coach you. And if you think anybody successful in their field, top sports people always have a coach. And that's what this framework is to really help facilitate end learning and results towards your holistic goals. So if you're looking for personal fulfillment, or if you're looking for a capability to embed in your business or to become a better coach yourself, coaching is the body of work you want to engage in. It's said that people are often more afraid of presenting than they are of dying, which means at a funeral, you'd prefer to be in the box rather than delivering the eulogy. But when you think about it, presentation skills serve as well in all aspects of life. Whether you're a leader trying to inspire your business, whether you're a keynote presenter trying to get a big message across, whether you're a salesperson trying to close a sale, or even in your personal life, engaging and having storytelling with your friends. So presentation skills is a fundamental skill that will serve you well. Our Orator Catalog gives you tools that are easily digestible to help you in this regard. Become is a total fitness and wellness program. There's elements of this I run in conjunction with some collaborators. There's a body of work that targets specifically fitness and wellness professionals who've got great knowledge in their field, but maybe struggle growing a business, and that's part one. The second aspect is for individuals looking to find complete fulfillment, work and at home. And so Become is this total fitness, total wellness and peak performance program.